Now we can see example of the product backlog, and I tell you for what is each column. ID, a unique identification, just an auto-incremental number. This is to avoid losing track of stories when we rename them. Name, a short descriptive name of the story. For example, see your own transaction history. Clear enough so that developers and the product owner understand approximately what we are talking about, and clear enough to distinguish it from other stories. Normally 2-10 words. Importance. The product owner's importance rating for this story. For example, 10 or 150. Then higher than more important. Initial estimate. The team's initial assessment of how much work is needed to implement this story compared to other stories. The unit is story points and they usually corresponds to points. How to demo. A high-level description of how the story will be demonstrated at the sprint demo. This is essentially a simple test spec. Do this, then do that, and then this should happen. Notes. Any other info, references to other sources of info, etc. Normally very briefly. Sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is a list of work the development team must address during the next sprint. The list is delivered by selecting product backlog items from the top of the product backlog until the development team feels it has enough work to fill the sprint. This is done by the development team asking, "Can we also do this?" and adding product backlog items to the sprint backlog. The development team should keep it in mind its past performance assessing its capacity for the new sprint, and use this as a guideline of how much effort they can complete. The product backlog items are broken down into tasks by the development team. Tasks on the sprint backlog are never assigned. Rather, tasks are synced up by the team members as needed according to the set priority and the development team members' skills. This promotes self-organization of the development team and development buy-in. Release burndown chart. The release burndown chart is a way for the team to track progress and provide visibility. The release burndown chart is updated at the end of each sprint by the Scrum Master. The horizontal axis of the release burndown chart shows the sprints. The vertical axis shows the amount of work remaining at the start of each sprint. The release burndown chart makes it easy to drill down into a sprint and understand what is the remaining work, what work has been added, what work has been done, what work will have to be done. You can see that the team has completed as well as how scope changed. Part 5. Terminology. Scrum Team. Product Owner, Scrum Master and Development Team. Product Owner, the person responsible for maintaining the product backlog by representing the interests of the stakeholders and ensuring the value of the work the development team does. Scrum Master, the person responsible for the Scrum process, making sure it is correctly and maximizing its benefits. Development Team, a cross-functional group of people responsible for delivering potential shippable increments of product at the end of every sprint. Sprint burndown chart, daily products for a sprint over the sprint slate. Release burndown chart, future level progress of completed product backlog items in the product backlog. Product backlog list, a prioritized list of high-level requirements. Sprint backlog list, a prioritized list of tasks to be completed during the sprint. Sprint, a time period in which development occurs on the set of backlog items that the team has completed to. Also commonly referred to as a time box or iteration, task, or user stories. Work items added to the sprint backlog at the beginning of a sprint and broken down into hours. Each task should be not exceed 20 hours or 2 days, but isn't common for teams to insist that a task take no more than a day to finish. Sashimi, a term used to describe one or more user stories, indicating that they are thin slices of a product feature or capability. The end.